Hey, hi, hello, what's up, what's good? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a chit chat get ready with me where I pour together this face, this like red fiery glam realness that like literally it was not meant to be this glam, but then I was like, fuck it, let me throw on some lashes, and here we are. So in today's video I kind of go into the whole topic of influencers charging way too much money for like brand deals, for like reviews and stuff like that, as well as the whole like Jaclyn Hill Morphe debacle that we are still swimming through. It's honestly like swimming through tar at this point. Like Jaclyn, Morphe, like when is it up? When is the contract over? Like let us free, let us go. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. I like to do chit chat get ready with me. I like to talk, I like to wear makeup, so subscribe if you would like to see more of those things. And without further ado, let's get on into the video because I talk a lot and I talk even more in there, so enjoy. Okay, so I don't even like know where to start. Like I have so much to talk about. I plan to talk about the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collection because I just have like collections, because I just have so much to say, and I've been watching like other people's videos, hearing other people's 2 cents about it, and I was just like, you know what, I also have some things to say. And then I like in light of that and a few of the thoughts I'd been feeling, I had plans to talk about like the financial side of it, like kind of what I knew and what I was aware of, and some of my assumptions too. And then Marlena, there's a fly in my room. It's like freezing cold out here. Why is there a fly in here? And then Marlena from like Makeup Geek, for those of you who don't know, she's the founder, creator, CEO, one of those, all of the above, I don't know, of the brand Makeup Geek, a brand that I really enjoyed, and like suddenly they just disappeared. I was like, where the hell is Makeup Geek? Like, foundation, okay, my foundation's right here. I've been, like, Makeup Geek is the brand that I always like gear towards around this time of year, because like I know it's only the end of August, but I know Black Friday is around the corner, and this is when I start, I'm not kidding, but this is when I start to stock up on my, that's when I stock up on my Makeup Geek single shadows, or like I see, like this is when I do like most of my shopping is around like Black Friday and like Christmas. So I've been starting to look around on the interwebs, and I was just like, hold up, like, and I mainly shop through Beauty Bay and Court Beauty, right? They're my like 2 favorite online retailers. So I was just like, hold on a minute, like Beauty Bay hasn't had like any new Makeup Geek stuff for like ages, and I was just like, that's odd. Like I know they've been I know they've been releasing some new things. Like I think they had some like new pigments out, and there was like new eyeshadow palettes and stuff, but I wasn't hearing about it anywhere. But like that was just like, I think I heard about that briefly on Twitter maybe, and I was just like, interesting, like why am I not hearing more about it? Like you're like with like the beauty industry and like with social media, you'll hear about, say, like a Morphe palette, like Morphe dropping a new palette, and then it'll be on like Trend Mood, it'll be on like everyone's Instagram, like everyone will be talking about it, so you don't really have the time to like forget about it. So I expected like a similar kind of thing with a Morphe, with a Makeup Geek, sorry. So like I'd heard about this product and I was just like, oh my god, like cool, I need to look into that, and then completely forgot about it until I went on Beauty Bay again, and I think Sugar Pill has pigments. No, I know Coloured Rain definitely has these like intense colour pigments, like pressed pigments, and Makeup Geek do as well. So I was like, where are the Makeup Geek ones? Like this is so weird to me. And then again, just forgot all about it because it's not being shoved in my face every single day like Morphe is, like Urban Decay is. So I just like completely forgot about it. And then Marlena dropped her video how many hours ago? Like in the past 24 hours, and everything makes sense. Basically, Marlena's video was about like her truth with the beauty community. I watched it like, I don't know, half an hour ago, maybe an hour ago, and it was like eye-opening in the sense that that's where Makeup Geek have gone. That's why you're not hearing about them anymore, because they can't afford, I'm going to put that in inverted comments and I'll get to that later, but yeah, they can't afford to be paying influencers these prices they're demanding to talk about their products so no one's talking about them because they're not paying anyone, if that makes sense. Like, basically she went on to say that her PR team, I guess, had been quoted like $60,000, I think, for single videos on Makeup Geek's products, newest releases, whatever. And that's like an astronomical amount of money in my opinion. I'm like, you cannot be trying to charge someone like $60,000 for one video. That makes no sense to me. Like, I see so many posts and stuff that are like, okay, when you start getting brand deals, like, know your worth, like, charge people what you're worth. Because you do see on Instagram, especially on Instagram, a lot of hair companies will try to get like 10 Instagram posts or whatever. They'll send the influencer whatever hair they want, and then we'll want like 10 Instagram posts and be like, oh, we'll give you like $50 for your time. And like, that's ridiculous. The amount of time and effort that some of these people put into their like Instagram, it's like just their social media platforms in general, I feel like $50 doesn't even begin to cover it. Like, that's just ridiculous in my opinion. But on the other side of the spectrum is like 60,000 is way, like, are you insane? Like, that just makes no sense to me. So I know my foundation looks a little green. We're just gonna roll with it. Like, I don't care that much. But yeah, I mentioned in either my previous video or the one before that I went on holiday and I'm tan, and that's why my foundation looks strange. Anyway, yeah, like, I just don't understand where some people get off. Like, oh my god, yeah, like, and like, the worst thing is like, not only are beauty influencers charging people $60,000, like, people are paying it. Like, these big companies are paying these influencers like crazy amounts of money for like one video, and like, that just like blows my mind. But it makes sense. It explains why suddenly these YouTubers are going from like me, like, sitting here with 10 pence in their bank account, to suddenly earning like hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars a year. Like, it makes sense. If you can charge, say, let me think of a brand that's like not Morphe. I can't think of a single brand. If you can charge like L'Oreal $50,000 for one video, and then you pull up a contract with them and they say, well, okay, do us 5 videos, we'll pay you like $500,000. I'm like, that's insane. That's insane. So Marlena mentioned in her video that like her company, Makeup Geek, can't afford to pay these influencers all this money. And I say can't afford because I think this does go two ways. Like, it goes both ways. So on the one hand, $60,000 is an astronomical amount of money for one video. I think people, well, influencers who have this whole like production team now, like, it's so it's like, it's just, I don't even know. I have this whole production team. They have like camera people, they have like editing teams, they have like whole studios, like, also I literally film in my bedroom. And I feel like a lot of these influencers are so big now, they're making this more than it is, if that makes sense. If someone wants you to review their product, I just feel like if someone's like, hey, review this product, it's like the people watching like don't care that you have a camera team, an editing team, like a studio. Like, the people who you're selling to literally don't care. But I do then see the need, well, need's a strong word, but I do see like the desire to charge like these massive amounts of money, because like, you gotta pay your editing team, you have to pay your cameraman, you have to like pay your assistant. Like, so many of these influencers have like assistants, and I'm like, why do you need an assistant? Assistants. I have assistants. Why do you need an assistant to manage your life? Literally, there are apps for that. If you can't physically get a diary and like write out all your schedule, then like there's an app for it. There's several apps for it. It doesn't make sense to me anyway. But yeah, people want to be like hiring assistants, and then you got to pay them above like minimum wage, like all this extra stuff. So I get why you as an influencer would be like, okay, I need to charge like $60,000 or whatever. Yeah, like, I get why you have the desire to charge people like 60, 50, 60, however many $1,000, because you have to pay for like all these people, you have to pay for your entire team. But no one asked for that. No one asked for that. Like if, for example, if I was to sit here and do a review, it would just be like, it would be so normal, so bog standard, like this is what I think of the product, blah blah blah, and I'm literally just sat here in my bedroom with 2 lights, like that's it. No massive production, like no nothing. And I think the consumers who view your videos, like the influencer videos, the subscribers, don't care like whether or not you have a $1,500 camera or not. Like they don't care if you have a whole team behind your videos. They don't care. They don't care that it's just me sat here organically with my lights and stuff. So I just think it's crazy that influencers put themselves in this box so they feel the need to charge X amounts of money. And I also think it's kind of stupid that brands feel the bullshit, because if it wasn't for brands like accepting these astronomical charges, like influencers wouldn't be able to charge this kind of money, if that makes sense. Like if Morphe wasn't like, yeah sure, we'll pay you $75,000 for a positive review, then influencers wouldn't be able to be approaching brands like Makeup Geek, etc, etc, and trying to charge all these mad prices. Which brings me to my next point. Morphe must make a serious buck, because they're like, the way people rave about them, they must be paying like everybody $1 million. Like this is insane. Like it's not even like the big influencers at this point. Like everyone who is anyone will go off about Morphe and how great Morphe is and blah blah. And like I have Morphe products and I think they're okay. The Morphe that Jaclyn Hill sold us like 3 years ago is the Morphe that I invested in. So it just makes me wonder how much people are getting paid to talk about Morphe all the time. I know it's probably only the big influencers that can get away with charging that kind of money, but like the small influencers, not necessarily the micro influencers, but more like the people in like the, I don't know, 700,000 subscriber, 800,000 subscriber kind of area, I can imagine that they're getting a decent amount of money too. And they're charging probably like 25,000. Like I imagine there's tiers to it, and it just freaks me out. So I just think it's disgusting that people literally started out with 0 subscribers, 0 views, and now are entitled enough that they're like that they will charge like $400,000 from me. We'll charge like $40,000 for meet and greet, for like an hour-long meet and greet. I'm like, who do you think you are? Like I really don't understand how half of these people sleep at night, because you're just a person with a camera. Like a lot of smaller influencers will say like anyone can start a YouTube channel. It's just a person with a camera. That's all you have. Literally all you have to do is sit down with a camera, be it your phone, be it like I film with a mirrorless camera. Like you don't even need like anything fancy, like literally a webcam. Like that's how people used to do what am I looking for? That's how people used to do YouTube. It was just like webcams. I started, oh I'm making a mess here. This isn't the first YouTube channel I've started. I actually started another one. I actually started another one years and years and years ago, and I filmed using my webcam that was built into my laptop. And it just amazes me that like where we've come in terms of entitlement and just like consumer abuse. Can I call it that? Because I feel like that's what it is. Just because you have a camera, and like I'm not trying to say that these people who've worked hard on their channels over X amount of years and have built up this following don't deserve success, because 100% they definitely do. But I just feel like there's a line and it's been crossed, it's been leaped over, and I am frankly just tired of it all. And speaking of things I'm tired of, when is Jaclyn Hill going to start pushing Morphe down our throats? I'm just curious. I've been a pretty big fan of Jaclyn Hill for quite a few years now. I remember when she released her first palette with Morphe, it was her Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. And it was basically just all of her favourite Morphe single shadows put into one palette. And I stayed up until whatever, no, I think I woke up really early because it dropped like 8 PM like PST or whatever. And obviously I live in England, so I woke up at the ass crack of dawn to order this palette. I have it. Should I use it today? Maybe. So I have it here. It's this one. If anyone remembers this from like 2015, I think it was the end of 2015 these came out. Ooh, mine's pretty well loved, and I have not had like a bad word to say about Jaclyn for years. But as you can probably tell, it's starting to change because I do understand, like I understand why it's happening, like I get it. But I'm just like, she said years ago that she was going to launch her own brand, and I'm like, no one's going to care about anything you like put out soon because everything you do is with Morphe. And I think she's losing a lot of her potential credibility because of all the stuff she's releasing through Morphe. For example, she released her favorites palette, which was just like her favorite Morphe shadows in a palette. That's like a true like brand influencer collaboration. That's like legit. That was how it was a lot of the time. Like people weren't really releasing like new things. It was kind of like Sigma, like brush collections, like the influencer's favorite brushes by Morphe, that kind of thing. By Sigma, sorry. Actually, I'm not going to use this. I don't want to use this today. I changed my mind. I'm going to use my Decay Petite Heat instead. Yes, it's in the box because I've only had it for like 2 weeks. And I'm the kind of person that likes to hold on to boxes for a little while because I'm just like that. Okay, anyway. So here it is. My Decay Naked Petite Heat palette. It's... The kick up in this palette is insane. Anyway, what brush is this? The E20... I don't want that one. This was like back when Jaclyn Hill used to actually... I don't know, use her YouTube channel properly, I guess I can say. And I remember being really worried it was going to sell out, and I was really excited to get the palette. And when I got it, I was like, okay, you didn't need this, but it's nice to have. That was all good and well. And then she released her Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which was like all her own shades. Like she like designed the palette herself, whatever. It was like all her own stuff. And I thought it was really cool, but it was like, I think it's £37 now, but about $39. And I just think the whole point of Morphe is that they're a really good, affordable brand. Like they have really good products that are really affordable. So why would I get I think there's a few more shades in it, or is it still £35? I don't remember. But like, why would I buy an eyeshadow palette from Morphe for like £37 if I can buy an eyeshadow palette from Morphe for £23? Like, it doesn't make sense to me unless I was just buying into Jaclyn Hill. I didn't get that because I was like, I don't need that. That's kind of dumb. That's not something I really want to like invest in right now. That's like that's not me. So I've seen other reviews, like I know how amazing it apparently is. Like I've heard like nothing but good stuff about it, and I think that's really cool. Like I'm really happy for her. I'm really glad that that launch went as well as it did. Like, and people, like, to this date, people are still talking about it. So if people are still talking about that and are really enthusiastic about that palette still, why did she feel the need to release this whole Vault thing? I don't get it. So the Vault collection was basically all the shades that, well, most of the shades I think that didn't make it into the original, like the big white silver Jaclyn Hill palette thing. And in my experience with things in general and like creating things, like the designs and the pieces that didn't make it into the final product don't often make like the B cut. Like if it didn't make the cut, it didn't make the cut. Like that's it. So I'm a bit confused with why the shades that were basically like not good enough have still been released in this weird Vault thing, like that has been completely drowned in controversy from the get-go because of like the weird formulation and like the inconsistencies in the formula, I should say. People are starting to smell that this whole Morphe Jaclyn Hill thing can't be trusted anymore, because what is going on? Like, why the need to release all this? Like, just why? Like, I just like don't understand. I'm really confused. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point in continuously releasing things with Morphe if you're releasing your own brand? Like, I don't get it. Until, so she released this Vault collection like last week or something, right? And now she's releasing a brush collection. A brush collection that's way over fucking priced. Just like the Jaclyn Hill palette is. I don't care how good the formula is. Like, I really don't care. Like, if Makeup Revolution had a palette for like £10 and then suddenly released one for £30, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And that's exactly what Morphe did. They had palettes for £23 and then they released this thing for £37. I'm just like, that makes no, like, what? No. Like, the whole point of your brand is that you're affordable. Don't be not affordable. Like, I know like lots of brands are coming out with eyeshadow palettes for like 50, 60 some dollars, which I think is ridiculous. But the whole purpose of your brand was to be affordable, and suddenly, because it's got Jaclyn Hill's name on it, it's not affordable anymore. Like, what? This shade kind of gets on my nerves because it looks really dark in the pan and then like doesn't show up dark enough on me. Anyway, so I watched the video on her brush collection thing, and again, I'm really confused. What's the point in releasing a brush collection with what's the point? What's the point? Like, Morphe have so many, like, I'm so annoyed about it because Morphe have so many brushes already, and I just don't feel the need to buy the Jaclyn Hill version of brushes they already have. Like, Jaclyn said in her video that some of the brushes, like when she was like talking about each brush individually, she was saying that like Morphe already has this brush, Morphe already has this brush, but I just wanted to put it in my collection because I love it so much and use it every day. And I'm just like, why are you taking something that already exists and putting your name on it? She was like, I don't want to try and say like anything's like so new, like amazing. And I'm like, why not? Why not have like this whole like new innovative brush line? Like, why not? I don't get it. It's so dumb to me. And then when she says it's like, oh, it took me 3 years to like curate this brush collection, I'm just like, okay, so what happened was you signed a contract with Morphe around your Jaclyn Hill Favorites era. So you signed a contract with them 3 years ago. And it was like a 3-year, 5-year contract. So you have to keep pushing product, is what that tells me. She literally says that, oh, Morphe already has this brush. I just made the handle a little skinnier. I just made it a little skinnier. And I'm like even less inclined to buy this collection now because of you saying that. Like, I was watching some other videos about it and people were saying that, they're saying two things. They're saying, one, she only comes on YouTube when she needs to sell something, and I've noticed that as well. And two, that they want to buy the collection because she's so good at selling things. And I think she really is. I feel like she is really good at selling things. I think if she hadn't have said a few like words, if she hadn't have explained that these are already Morphe shadows that she just put her name on it, then I would be a little more inclined to get it. And I also don't understand why it's been split up into like the eye brushes, the face brushes, and then the whole set, which then you get like this whole thing just doesn't make sense. It just screams money to me. It just screams like consumer abuse. Like, this whole thing just screams like, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me. Because just have like one set of like staple, like if you're gonna release a goddamn brush collection with Morphe, just have one set of like staple staple brushes that everyone needs in their collection. Because you keep saying that, like, oh my god, it has brushes that like you wouldn't even think you would need until you actually get it and you use it. Like, oh my god, I really needed this, which is cool until you realize that that's also like a money making tactic, because you don't need these brushes. Like, I hate when people say, oh, this is good for someone who's just starting out in makeup. Like, at this point in time, who is gonna sit on YouTube watching Jaclyn Hill's videos and be like, oh yeah, I'm just starting out in makeup, like I'm gonna buy this collection because she told me. But like no one is gonna sit there. I'm not like gonna beat you with this palette. But it's so frustrating to me because I'm like, literally, who is sitting there watching Jaclyn Hill's videos buying makeup brushes for the first time? Like, please somebody tell me. No one. This is a liquid lipstick that I'm gonna put on my eyes. I haven't used this one yet. But I did this with I did this technique with a different liquid lipstick. This is by Makeup Revolution, by the way, if anyone cares. Everything I use will be listed in the description box down below. But yeah, just in case anyone is watching this and is like, what is that? It's a liquid lipstick. A metallic liquid lipstick. Metallic lip gloss. But, you know, anyway. So yeah, I just think it's so like naive of her to think that we're still buying into that. Like, oh my god, yeah, I'm just starting out with makeup. Like, no one in 2018 watching Jaclyn Hill videos like on YouTube, like considering buying this collection, is buying it because they're just starting out with makeup. Like, no one. Absolutely no one. I think it would have been better if she had released it in like 2 months time and then been like Christmas set, or had been like you like buy this as a gift for someone, because literally no one, as I've said like 12 times, no one watching Jaclyn Hill is watching her because they're new at makeup. It's just like so dumb to me, because anyone who is starting out in makeup is, yes, going to more than likely be watching YouTube for tutorials and like recommendations on products. But anyone who's not an idiot shops in like Boots, Superdrug, Target, Walgreens, wherever the fuck, and knows that they can get like e.l.f. brushes, can get like cheap makeup brushes because they're just starting out. No one in their right mind is gonna be like, oh my god, like, yeah, I've never bought any makeup brushes before in my entire life. Let me just order makeup brushes from this brand that I've never heard of because this girl that I've never heard of before told me to buy them. It's stupid and it's manipulative and it annoys me. Like, honestly, like, have some respect for people's intelligence. So stupid, honestly. And I just hate the fact that people who have built their subscriber base over years and years and years can just sit there and just pull this kind of bullshit out their ass and be like, oh my god, I love my subscribers so much. It's like, are you sure you do? Because I feel like if you genuinely did, you wouldn't try and pull the wallet over their eyes like this. Like, I just think it's bullshit. Like I was saying, like, at the beginning of the video, well, like I was saying earlier as well, like, if she ever comes out with her own, like, cosmetics brand, like, she's meant to be releasing Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics at some point. I think she said 2 years ago that it was coming soon, and I'm like, okay, coming when? But when she does release it, I'm not interested, because you spent so long pushing Morphe down my throat, I like don't care anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I just don't care. So as she kept saying in her video, oh, this is just a Morphe brush with my name on it. Like, they've already had this brush, it just has my name on it. Then why is it so expensive? It's so stupid to me. Morphe already has these brushes. Why are you charging $50? I think it's like $40 some and then 56. $40 some for the eye set, 56 for the face set, and then 165 for like the whole collection, right? Why are you doing that? And then also having them individually and being like, yeah, but like if you buy them in the set, you'll save money because we've like put the set together for you. I'm like, shut up, man, shut up. Don't tell me how to spend my money. So, I'm so heated. So yeah, that's basically my 2 cents on everything. And I wanted to like conclude this whole thing by saying that, yeah, I'm probably not gonna buy from Morphe anymore, which is a shame because I did actually like their products, but I'm tired of buying into, I'm tired of being sold like the same sham. Like, it's exhausting. I wish they could just sell like good products without influencers having to force it down our throats. Like, it's so dumb. It's just becoming this really toxic rat race of who can sell the most products, and I think that's lame. I get that it was meant to be like affordable advertising for the brand, but I just genuinely think like it's sad that we've created this world for ourselves, because as someone who's been watching beauty videos for like since the dawn of time, I just think it sucks that this is where we're at. And like, in light of Marlene's video that people like her have to make videos like that, when they have to, for all intents and purposes, like expose everyone, like the beauty industry or whatever, like expose secrets of the beauty industry. And I was reading some of the comments, and but a lot of people were genuinely like, oh my god, I can't believe that I never looked at it like that. And obviously we've like never had all the facts and figures before, but people can sit there and say, I'm not paid to do this review, like all they want. It's clear that a lot of these YouTubers are only doing YouTube for the money now. Like, maybe they started off like me, just sat here, go with the camera, and then it just like snowballed into something they couldn't control. So then they just sold out. It's really sad. But on the plus side, I think it will open a lot of doors for smaller and newer influencers. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of new names, a lot of new faces popping up on like Instagram, on these big brands like Instagram pages and on their websites and stuff like that. So I for one am looking forward to that. Now this has already been like a 40-minute video, so I am going to finish the rest of my face off camera and then come and say goodbye. And then, okay, let me do lashes real quick. Okay, hold on. Like, so I've completely finished my face now, and then I was like, oh, mascara, because like, I always forget to put something on my face. And then I was like, you know what? I picked, okay, what is this thing? Okay, what? Okay, having braids is so annoying. So I picked up some Duo Lash Glue, finally, like I've never had it before. And I feel like today's the day we should try it out, so let's do that as well. Okay, is this the one with the... Okay, this is the squeezy one. I was hoping it wasn't. Terrified. I don't like lash glue like this. Ah! I literally just squeezed it all over my lap. Oh my god, okay, hold on. See, I don't like lash glue in a squeezy tube. So it's now all over my clothes. So I'm just gonna... Sorry for headphone users for screaming. This is like the worst lash glue application I've ever done in my whole life. This look is so cute. I want someone to find me. I want someone to pay me $60,000 for a review. No, I'm kidding. Like, if I ever get that conceited, please just like block me. I absolutely adore these lashes. These are the Cosmic Love lashes by the brand GWA. I am obsessed. I think they're a little bit too long for my actual eye shape length, but I don't care because like I don't want to trim anything off them because they're so flirty and sexy and like, hi, you know. So yeah, that is the final look. I'm finished talking. I've been talking for like a good like hour at this point. So yeah, this is the finished look. We had some like, I don't even know, that's like orangey red fiery realness going on, and I have lash glue that's still quite here. But yeah, if you have like any thoughts and feels on topics that I mentioned in this video, then please sign off in the comment section down below. Let me know if you like these like long chatty videos. I have done them previously and they've had like a good response, but as you can see, I'm a very small channel and I want to produce good content for you guys. So let me know what you want to see by liking this video if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hey mama, don't stress your mind, we ain't coming home tonight. Hey mama, don't stress... No, wrong words. Wrong words.